Request all of you to please settle down. The Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Shri N. Chandrababu Naidu Garuji, welcome back to the CII annual session. Sir, it's a great honor and privilege to welcome you back to the annual session of CII in Delhi. For years together, you were always permanent in the CII annual sessions, and it is so great to have you back, sir. Thank you very much for honoring CII's huge membership with this presence in Delhi. Sir, it's been a proud privilege of the institution to having been able to work with you for decades and to understand and learn from you and your leadership. Not in India, but across the world, one has been having the opportunity of being with you. Many projects being held under your leadership, and this institution has really benefited from your insights, your thoughtful leadership, and the power that you have given to us in many ways. I must remind our audience today, sir, that it was under your leadership that CII dared to venture into a project called the Green Building, and the Green Business Center was established in Hyderabad when you inaugurated it, and that was the first building outside of the United States to be platinum rated. So it was your vision. And since then, many a times in many of the sessions over yesterday and today, we have been proudly showing on the screen that 13+ billion square feet of green space has been certified by that center. And that center was started by you, initiated by you, and India is number 2 to the United States in the number of green space and green certified buildings that we have in the world. So that is the power of your vision. And we have seen you were the first person that we used to be a person from the policymakers who started making PowerPoint presentations abroad. So you will recollect that, and people were amazed when you did that with Bill Gates to show a PowerPoint presentation back to him and explain how you are going to take the state forward. Many stories to say, ladies and gentlemen. Many areas of leadership and insights that we have received from the Honorable Chief Minister. Tonight, when we end the CII annual business summit, it could be one of the best persons that we could have had to end this summit, and this would be the real high ending of this summit. And to say so, if I may also mention that the Honorable Chief Minister wanted this session to be in a more conversational style, but I did want to really welcome him and applaud the phenomenal leadership of his over the decades that we have been able to celebrate, and much more to come, I'm sure. But Honorable Chief Minister, before we move ahead and before we begin the Q&A which you feel with so much of comfort, may we request you for your opening remarks to give us the glimpse of what's much more to happen in the beautiful state of yours of Andhra Pradesh. Welcome, Honorable Chief Minister, for the opening remarks. Please. Yes, I didn't want to do it. I thought that you must put, yeah, of course. I told you. Yes. Fantastic. You were getting to know. also the task force that you have done, Chandra. That also you want to be there.
President, Confederation of Indian Industry, Mr. Sanjay Puri, Director General, CAI, Chandradit Banerjee, and respected industrialists and friends. Always I am more comfortable with all of you. Not now, from the beginning, for the last nearly 3 decades. You are one stakeholder where you can understand my language. So I am always comfortable. As a matter of fact, if you can go back, around 1995, mid-90s. At that time, CAI was building organization. No takers in India. Whenever I used to associate with the industrialist or CAI, people caution me, you may lose votes. There were some people, when I wanted to go to Davos, they politely guided me not to go to Davos. The reason is very simple. That is where all industrialists are there. You associate with them, pro-rich image will come. Poor people won't vote for you. I don't want to tell, even central leaders and also including prime ministers at that time, they never visited Davos. I am only the man who visited Davos continuously from 1995 whenever I am in power. Not associating with industrialists, it is not a passion, it is a compulsion. We are in politics. First of all, we have to create wealth. Wealth will be created by entrepreneurs. If you create wealth, I can get more revenue. If you can get more revenue, I can give more and more welfare programs and empowering the people. That is where I used to debate. Without wealth creation, you cannot do welfare programs. I am very happy. Just now, Chandradit Banerjee has reminded me, green building. In Hyderabad, first of its kind in India, we built it, we inaugurated, and also 7-8 years continuously, CAI partnership we conducted in Hyderabad. That is where, just now I am telling, more industrialists are here. Even evening session, last session, more are here because of you. That is what they told me. And also I told him, I want to request everybody, at least one investment from your part, because I promoted industry from the beginning. It is your obligation to support me also in creating wealth. Friends, we are an inspiring time. I am using this word, you write down. Why I am saying, 1991, we started economic reforms. At that time, compulsion and willingness. Even I used to always appreciate P.V. Narasimha Rao. He initiated economic reforms. That is the beginning of change. Around mid-90s, internet revolution. First mover advantage by Indians. I am fortunate. I was the first mover in adopting information technology. That benefit we are getting today. Within 25 years' time, anywhere you go to in the world, any posh locality you can go, there are only Indians. Among Indians, 30% are Telugu community. That is my selfishness. Because I promoted in the beginning, now they are the biggest beneficiaries of technology. Third one, we are very fortunate. Demographic dividend as a windfall gain. You are watching everywhere, aging problem. Only the country which is having advantage, India, up to 2047, this will continue. And also, if you plan properly, India will do service to the global community another hundreds of years. That is where I used to say we are inspiring time. Another thing today, technology is totally matured. There is a historical data for industry, everybody. There is a global knowledge is available. Artificial intelligence is matured. Quantum computing is coming. Even real-time data, either satellite, now Government of India has made it open for private sector. Even drones have come, not only collecting data for application of any use cases. Even CCTV cameras have come, wearables have come, IoTs have come, sensors have come. All real-time data if you can collect. Tools are available to arrive decisions accuracy. Then knowledge is available. Only we need entrepreneurs. No other country is having better entrepreneurs compared to India. You write down, tomorrow we are going to rule globally, and also we are going to provide services globally in the near future. That is my assessment. It is going to happen now. That's why I am saying very inspiring time. So in this background, I was Chief Minister for the fourth time, and also have seen leaders also. For the country also, right time, right leader, that is Narendra Modi. That is the best advantage India is enjoying as on today. If you see, 10 years back, we are in 10th economy. Today, we are 4th largest economy. Another 2 years, we are going to become 3rd largest economy. Up to now, or up to 3rd largest economy, we don't have competition. It is by usual, we are able to reach. Now real competition has started now. India and China, 4.5 times. India and America, around 7 times. This is where all of us should ready. Because industry, you must be get ready now. In this crucial time, public policy is also very important. If a government can create good public policy, then all of you can work hard and have a leapfrog development. Then nobody can beat India. Even some small countries are taking advantage, but in the initial stage they are having advantage, but ultimately only India, China and America, these are all the three economies, they are going to sustain in the long term. In this background, we are having some problems also. Even today I am seeing product perfection. We are having lot of, all of us have to do so many efforts. Always I am telling you one more thing. On producing global products, we are weak. When I started IT, I used to promote IT. At that time, only our people used to do job work. America daytime, we are having night time. They are night time, we are having daytime. That's own advantage. All doctors, they used to write prescriptions and send copies to us. We used to type it and send morning. Doctor used to get ready information for acting. I used to say at that time, this won't help us. Go for products. But we are unable to move that fast. There, if you see global companies, India is doing extremely well, all IT companies. But in attaining global products, we are lagging behind. Even not only IT products or any manufacturing everywhere, if you see, that is the biggest challenge for us. Now time. We have to move in that direction. That is where in this forum, 10 years is very inspiring time, I can say. But if you position, if you use, we will do wonders. From my state, always while promoting India, I am having my own agenda. That is how to promote Andhra Pradesh. Earlier, I promoted combined Andhra Pradesh. I created best ecosystem Hyderabad. Because of bifurcation, it has gone to Telangana. Now, because of Hyderabad, 75% revenue is coming from Hyderabad for Telangana. Today, I can say proudly, Telangana, highest per capita income in the country. All these things happened 25 years time. And also most livable city of our standards. Now, God has given me one more opportunity to create one more city. That is Amaravati. Hyderabad was a brownfield city. Amaravati is a greenfield city. Lot of opportunities. I am requesting all of you to have better name for tomorrow. You should be partners in building Amaravati. I am telling you, it will be the best city in the near future. All Indians can be proud of it. That is where we are planning in a big way. Another thing, we are planning for next 22 years, 15% growth rate. Then only, we are going to become developed nation, but we should not trap in middle income group. That is also one more issue all of us has to keep it in mind. This is also important issue. 15% growth rate, 2.4 trillion US economy, from 2.66 lakh rupees per capita to 55 lakhs over a period of 22 years. All industrialists are here. You have done extremely well, sometimes 10 years, 20 years time. Why can't I do for my people? That is my determination. I am working in that direction. That is the one thing I wanted to inform you. Earlier, 95s, high-tech city, IT I promoted. Now Quantum Valley with artificial intelligence. That is my slogan now. First quantum computing is coming to Amaravati in India. TCS, IBM, L&T, they agreed to set up. Work is going on. By January, it will be in full operation. All of you I am inviting, use this quantum computing for better results of your business. This is where we have wanted to integrate all these things. Investment always I am using ease of doing business. Now I have changed my gear to speed of doing business. Now speed is very essence. Not only ease of doing business, speed of doing business. That is where we are doing. Recently, ArcelorMittal steel plant is coming nearly 1,43,000 crores. BPCL refinery in Ramayapatnam, and also Aramco also as partner. TCS is starting in Visakhapatnam. LG Electronics in Sri City. Even Google, we are talking to them to invite to Visakhapatnam. And also with data center and also with analytics. That is the biggest facility they are going to create in the near future. Andhra Pradesh is well positioned. One is traditional industries, infrastructure. Anybody wanted to test also, you can test. I am assuring you, from the beginning I am giving this assurance. Once you file an application, it is my responsibility. Then from then onwards, we will work with you for execution without any problems. Even site selection, everything, all clearances, everything I will get it done in a record time. That is our assurance for all of you. Andhra Pradesh is well positioned for green energy. This is another advantage. Solar, wind, pumped energy, and also if you can produce green energy, transmission lines, storage, and also finally even green ammonia, nitrogen you can go, then ports are available. No other state is having this advantage. Some states are having some solar, some states may have some wind, but all put together, number one state for green energy and downstream industries, Andhra Pradesh for exports. You write down, you come to Andhra Pradesh, I will give you all the facilities in this regard. I am planning in a big way. As on today, if you see, our Honorable Prime Minister has given a announcement, 500 gigawatts. In that, we are going to provide nearly 160 gigawatts of green energy, only from Andhra Pradesh. Already 65 to 70 gigawatts we are able to come to understanding also. All composition put together, either solar and wind and pumped energy. This is the model we are working. NTPC and also our state government, NEDCO joint venture, 1,85,000 crores they announced for green hydrogen. Even AM Green Co, they are going in a big way for green energy. And also so many companies are showing interest. We are working in that direction. In Rayalaseema area, near to Bangalore, we are making high technology industrial hub from Lepache to Orvakkal. There aerospace and also defense, electronics, automobile, drone and all satellite. This is the combination we are working. Now this is a huge opportunities for both for defense and also civil purpose of usage. And also with for the last 1 year, we are able to ground nearly 5 lakh crore investment to create nearly 4.5 lakh employment. Even infrastructure, we are going in a big way. Infrastructure is very key. That's why we are integrating ports, airports, national highways, state highways, railways, inland waterways, logistics parks, everything we are integrating now. If you see globally, 8% logistics cost, India 14%. I want to reduce drastically. That is the work I am doing. I am totally confident. This type of infrastructure nowhere. We are having that type of infrastructure. We will make use of all these things. Then one more issue anyway, we are having mining, tourism, so many opportunities are available. Even Ratan Tata Innovation Hub we are creating. In this 5 zones, 5 spoke model, we are also creating in that direction. I am involving all industrial friends in that area to lead these parks. New business, startup companies, how to go about. We have given a plan. 175 constituencies, 175 industrial parks, 1 family, 1 entrepreneur is our slogan. We are working in this direction to move forward. Finally, I am requesting all of you, we are introducing one new concept. This concept is very, very important. 90s I have seen infrastructure reforms. In infrastructure reforms, nobody used to venture to move forward. I have introduced PPP model, public-private partnership. First power project in private sector has come in Andhra Pradesh, that is Jegurupadu. First airport, that is Hyderabad Airport, Greenfield Airport. Even telecommunication has come in that. Even roads have come in that. Even ports have come. So many things we are able to create. We are able to give facilities to the people. We are able to create wealth to the people. But at the same time, income disparities have increased. This is where I am thinking new concept now. P4. Public-Private People's Partnership. I wanted to consider people as capital. We are all thinking people means liability. Or otherwise we are all thinking they don't know anything. I born in a middle class family. I can say proudly my father was a farmer. I built my career. I got an opportunity. Even Ambedkar, he born in a small family. Then Baroda king has given hand holding for him to have his studies. in Bombay. He used to give 10 rupees a month at that time. Then he wanted to go abroad for education, London. $12 a month. He has given money. He has become great man. Even without that help, he should have become, but that help has helped him in molding his career in a big way. Even Abdul Kalam, one ayar in Madurai, he helped him. This is where so many stories, if you see, right time, right help, small help will make all the differences. This is where I am requesting all of you, high net worth individuals, top 10%, as to adopt bottom 20%. Some people may adopt more people. Now everybody is giving back to the society. We have seen Bill Gates has announced, and 99% of his wealth is going to give back to the trust or charity. Even yesterday I have seen Vedanta has announced 75% he want to give back to the society. I am not asking all money, but I am reminding you social responsibility. You and me, some people, second generation, third generation entrepreneurs, they have born with silver spoon. Most of us are born first generation. We built our career. We got opportunity, but we built one by one. But same way you can do with people. Some people are big organizations. You are having CSR, some more money. But you can not only giving back money. Money is only one angle I'm thinking. Hand holding them, timely, good sessions, and mentoring them, and ultimately giving hope. Sometimes small expenditure will make all the difference. Somebody stopping his education. At that time you help his education, that man will become sometimes the best citizen or best performer. This is where I am working a program. There I am asking all of you to bless me and my state. That is another I am asking CAI as an organization. Even next year, President, today after 6 o'clock onwards, new president is coming now. Now all of you, industrial friends, I am requesting this. And also one more thing I wanted to inform all of you. We are all leaders. We are all entrepreneurs. We wanted to promote more and more leaders to lead, to provide services for the global community. For that, I requested CAI, we are working with them. We want to set up Global Leadership Center in Amaravati to prepare global leaders of tomorrow. We are all going to Davos to learn, to network, to meet people, to exchange ideas. Now this is the place I want to make it. All leaders has to come to India. All leaders has to come to Amaravati for preparing leadership. Existing leaders, entrepreneurs, we have to promote. I used to do one experiment, I'm telling you. Around 95, Andhra state was only agrarian state. Not big entrepreneurial base. Then I started promoting entrepreneurs. Wherever I go, I used to take 25, 30 members or 50. CA always used to accompany with me. National level also they used to associate with me. Then with that country I used to give one lunch or dinner networking. local entrepreneurs, our entrepreneurs, they will sit together, share their ideas, exchange not only sometimes MOUs, sometimes partnerships. That is how I promoted. Within 5 years' time, Andhra entrepreneurs have become very powerful. There was time people used to say, Andhra entrepreneurs, entrepreneurs. That is how they used to call by seeing them with jealous. Now I am seeing entrepreneur means India. I wanted to prove that we are very strong, everything is available. Next step is you have to prepare number of leaders. And also leader may be business leader and political leader. There is a lot of opportunities, I am telling you. All over the world. You are seeing so many things now. Even by sitting here, trends are changing. Flexible working has come. You do not, all of you are here, I did not tell, you are all doing. By cell phone, you are running your administration. Flexible working has come. Virtual physical working has come. You want to go physically, you can go for experience. Or otherwise, wherever you are, you can work. That is the culture is going to come. And that is where work from home. Even Andhra Pradesh, 5 lakh people are work from home. This is the future, either blue-collar economy or white-collar jobs. They are all doing hourly basis, 3 hours basis, job-wise. So many things are happening. So many changes are happening. For all these things again, startup companies, entrepreneurs are important. Even when I started first business school in Hyderabad, ISB, nobody used to understand at that time why business school. We are all educated, we are all very happy. I have done PhD like that. Now everybody has to study again business, MBA. Now MBA and IT is a must. Even you may be chemist, you may be top scientist or something else, agriculture experts, anybody. For scaling and also for doing properly, we need this type of qualities. With these friends, I am telling you, any questions I am prepared to answer. Remember, again, you are starting one business in Andhra Pradesh in the near future. This is the commitment all of you have to give me, because I am a friend for you. I am a well-wisher, all of you. I have done so many things for this organization, so I am having right to demand also. That is where I am asking all of you. But also, please remember, great nation, great time, great leader is available. That is Narendra Modi. So under his leadership, all of us have to think, don't do routine business. Think globally, act globally, you will become global leaders. That is where all of us have to think in that direction. Days have gone, small way I am thinking, I will do small things. That is not order the day. So I wish all the best for all of you. Good luck. Thank you one and all.
As the Honorable Chief Minister said, we'll open it up for a couple of questions, just a few, keeping in mind the time of the Honorable Chief Minister.
For me, no problem. Time for you.
For us, no problem, other than for Rajiv, who might be getting edgy because his election might get a little delayed, but that doesn't matter. So, but sir, you spoke from agriculture, from rural, right up to Quantum Valley. You covered the full gamut, sir. And you also spoke about the Global Leadership Center. You spoke about leadership. You've demonstrated leadership. Sir, before I turn to Sanjeev for a couple of questions, two areas come to my mind, and you talked about green. But I just wanted to emphasize upon that for Viksit Bharat 2047 and for Swarna Andhra Pradesh, sir, we require human capital. Education, health are extremely important for the people of our states and country. That's one piece that I wanted your vision on. And the second is for sustainable growth and for us to really keep our country and the world. How do you look at areas like you talked about green, sustainability per se, as well as water, areas of those kind, because that's going to be critical for the people of our country and for the people of the world. So I wanted your thoughts on these two areas too, please.
As you rightly mentioned, one is HR. Human resource development is very, very important. That is where you have to bring global universities and also global knowledge to India. Even our universities are emerging, but some of the global universities are well in advance. How to bring them? That is where we are working in Andhra Pradesh also. Second one is online, offline, continuous learning is going on, either skill development and also other areas. I have seen recently some people are doing different models, skill capacity building, skill development. Yesterday I have seen one person has come. He wanted to do every constituency 100 members as a model, free of cost for the government. I asked him, what is the benefit for you? If I do this, around 17,500 members, I will give you free training. Then that is successful model, then everybody will aware. Then is going for each center 6 lakhs premium and also training models for different training, different rates. He showed me one demonstration 45 days, knowledge around 25%, it is quantum jump of 50 to 60%. Skill development for 30% to 70%. You showed me test this boy, then only you believe me. So that type of trusted models are coming. Second is health. Health, there will be tremendous changes in course of time. Now, Bill Gates, through foundation, we are working a project. Kupam is a proof of concept. Andhra Pradesh is the proof of concept. First bit, one constituency we are doing. 15th of this month, we are inaugurating that project. All medical practitioners, professionals in that area will bring together on platform, all hospitals, and also AI integrated. And finally, we are going to provide global knowledge acquired by AI to local practitioners. This is preventive, curative, and also real-time monitoring. This is going to change totally everything. Now we are spending unnecessary money in hospitals. Somebody is ill, either necessary or unnecessary, we are going there. 7 days or 10 days, 5-star hotel rate. All hospitals, so much of money. And also some of the hospitals are having a problem of infection also. This is, if we succeed this model, I asked Bill Gates, why you have chosen Andhra Pradesh? People are talking, nobody has done any pilot. First pilot you are talking with proof of concept. I am having belief on you. I am having technology knowledge. But you are a chief minister. You can execute in field with perfection, precision. then I can replicate globally. That is his answer. I am very happy we are working on that project. If I can do that project within 6 months, I can do one district, 2 years throughout the state. If I can do throughout the state, then I can replicate nation also. Even I am very happy the way we are working. CA, we are working very closely. Chandrasekhar Tata is our co-chairperson for our task force in Andhra Pradesh. He is heading Andhra Pradesh development as a co-chairperson. So this is my belief. All industries, government has to work together, then only we can achieve better performance, better future. Third one, as you rightly mentioned, this is my dream from the beginning. Water for sustainability. Even sometimes some parts of the nation full of water, sometimes drought. Floods and droughts are going on. Even in the beginning, some of you are aware, national highways. At that time also, where is money? During Vajpayee period. I was in Malaysia. Malaysia at that time only 2 crore population. Ours was at that time 120-130 crore population. They had east-west corridor, 8-lane road. Then I came and asked him, this is not fair. Country is not having this type of road like that. Then he told me, where is money? Don't go think money, give a policy, money will come automatically. That is where we started first national highway from Chennai to Nellore. That was the proof of concept, then replication. That is how within 4 years' time, Golden Quadrilateral Road has been built. So now, as we rightly mentioned, we in Andhra Pradesh, Polavaram project, one of the biggest project in the near future, we are completing. If you see Polavaram, 2,000 TMs of water is going to see every year average, for 100 years average. Now I want to tap 200, 300 TMs of water, which is going to see linking of rivers throughout Andhra Pradesh, from Vamsadhara to Penna. If I can do that, every acre I can give water with assured water, then I can change economy in Andhra Pradesh. That is the biggest project. Now Government of India also, our Honorable Prime Minister is starting intra-river linking. First, if we do intra-river linking, then we can go national level, how to link it. That is what he is thinking. We are going to start very shortly this linking of project. Third one, circular economy. Long back, I have given this report, Swachh Bharat. Now we are taking in a big way Swachh Andhra Pradesh. How to go for circular economy? Recycling, reuse, everything we are working. Ultimately, my aim is either forest cover or horticulture, plainland plantation, everything, 50% green cover. As on today, 29%, I want to go for 50%. That is another thing we are working. So, this is where, while working for future, and also we have to protect sustainable economy, sustainable environment. That is where I am doing. I am confident we will do it.
Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Sanjeev Puri is also investing in your state heavily, and he should promise much more today to you.
Or otherwise we won't leave him.
Honorable Chief Minister, I think let me first say that what you said was extremely visionary, very clear, very simply put, very purposeful, and every line of what you said had a lot of substance in it, and you meant every word of what you said. We have always seen you as a man who is ahead of times. And the 90s was one example, but I can say it today. When we speak about, during this seminar, people have been speaking about ease of doing business, you're talking of speed of doing business. During this seminar, there was a talk about public-private partnerships, you're talking of P4. During this seminar, there was a talk about AI, but the first time Quantum Valley came in here. So you're truly ahead of your time. It's very inspiring. And I must also share with you that in the business circles, we don't refer to you as Honorable Chief Minister. We refer to you as the Honorable Chief Executive of Andhra Pradesh.
You are right. That is also sometimes caused me damage. They have given me awards. CEO, Best CEO Award.
So, I remember when we first met in your office, when the CIA delegation had gone, you had invited us for some suggestions. So like today, that day also, you asked all of us to do our homework for investment in the state. Today you started with that, you ended with that. That's truly a hallmark of great determination and CEO. And let me say to you, sir, that the next investment we make will be in Andhra Pradesh, and then you'll hear about it very soon. We're so encouraged by what you said.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Let me now take the liberties of raising some questions to you. So you spoke about a growth rate, which if I ask somebody outside this hall will say that's only a dream. Double digit, 22 years, very powerful statement. So how would you like to share some perspectives on what are the pillars or strategy for that? Second, sir, you spoke about Quantum Valley. So could you throw some light on what all you envisage there? There is also this little conflict today between jobs and AI. And India has, as you also mentioned, a very strong and young demography who needs a lot of jobs. So how do you see us as a nation resolving this conflict going forward? And the third area I wanted to also ask you about is that there is a lot of part of Andhra Pradesh that is in the rural areas. So how do you envisage the development in the rural areas? And CII has, one of the things CII has been suggesting is that with better connectivity across the country now, is it now time to, around cluster of villages, to be setting up integrated rural development hubs, skilling, education, healthcare, career management? Because when people from the villages are coming to the town, maybe they stay there, the cost of getting training, accessibility becomes a problem. So this is one of the thoughts that we've been suggesting, but really like to hear your perspective on how do you see prosperity in rural Andhra Pradesh. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Very interesting. One is, I will come last point, and then I will answer other points also. Andhra Pradesh still predominantly agriculture. If all of you can see, all states less than 20%, 15%, even 9, 7, like that. Even developed countries only 4%, 5% agriculture. Andhra Pradesh is 35% agriculture GSTP. This is a big. That is where I am changing the scenario for rural prosperity. One region totally horticulture. One region totally aquaculture. Food habits have been changed. Naturally, we have to change agricultural pattern also. Even added to this, agro-processing. In a big way we are starting. And with all these things, even if you see 20 years back, I started coffee, Araku coffee. Now it is a global brand. Now it is available all over the world. That is how we are promoting. That is not only that, employment generation, 175 constituencies, 175 industrial parks and startup companies, MSMEs, in a big way I want to promote. It is possible, skill development also we are taking up locally as a cluster approach, as you rightly mentioned. Every assembly segment will be a center for skill development also. Second one, sir, as you rightly mentioned, you cannot stop technology. When I started IT, nobody used to understand, but IT has made India proud, and also we got so many advantages. Now AI has come, quantum valley is coming, quantum computing is coming. People are thinking some people may lose jobs, somewhere jobs will be created. This is where earlier we used to work very hard. Now we have to work very smart. By using technologies, thereby we can enhance productivity and also reduce the cost of production. That is another advantage. Ultimately, tourism is one sector where we can create more employment. Leisure and tourism, that is one area I am focusing. Now we are having around 3,000 to 4,000 rooms, 5,000 rooms. Within 5 years' time, I am planning 50,000 rooms. That means nearly 1,000 hotels minimum. That is the scale I am thinking in a big way. So, every time there is an opportunity, there is a challenge. How to convert all our challenges into opportunity is the leadership. That is how we are going to work it out. Finally, I am telling you, construction, all activities. Creating jobs is one angle. That is where I told you 5 lakh people are working from home as on today. If I can make 15-20 lakh people from home, work from home, that is a big change. Various innovative ideas we are working, we will work in that direction.
Thank you.
And
Thank
also
you.
any creative ideas, you are all entrepreneurs, you will get new ideas. You come and guide me, we will experiment in Andhra Pradesh and we will replicate other areas also.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. There are many people who are hungry in terms of making investments into Andhra Pradesh. I'll pick some of them, sir, as you wish to. JCB, a company which is expanding in India and exporting to 120 countries from India. Deepak, your plans and your thoughts or a question?
Thank you very much, Honorable Chief Minister. First of all, it is very heartening to see your vision of creating a city grounds up. You said the earlier venture was brownfield and now it is greenfield. Sir, I am taking over as President of Indian Construction Equipment Manufacturers Association. Today, from India, we are exporting machines all around the world. It is a great opportunity for us to use our latest world-class technology machines to help not only build Amravati, but do it in the fastest period of time. There's so many new technologies that we are introducing. I will take you up on your point about coming and updating you. We'd like to come down and do that. I think it's a great opportunity for all of us, but more importantly to expedite the construction of that whole project. And obviously, sir, along with this, every JCB or similar machine sold creates 6 jobs in rural India. So every machine sold there will also create an opportunity. We'll connect through CI and also see about the skill development part, how we can work and sort of create rural entrepreneurs who can benefit from this whole infrastructure boom that you are creating. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. You have to, one example I'm telling you. I started around 97-98 National Academy of Construction. At that time in India, no big convention centers also. That is the concept we introduced at that time. Andhra construction companies are more. Even not now, from the beginning. That is the place where now convention center attached to hotel, exhibition halls and construction material display and also all equipment bank we started at that time. Either so many people are having equipment, you can give it to that bank, you can deposit. Then whenever there is a need, anybody, without purchasing, they can use that equipment in real time. And also training of skilled labor and contractors. That is the concept I have done. I am very happy. With that concept, we built Hyderabad. Now we are building Greenfield City, one of the best city, not only benefiting me, you can market by showing Amravati we have built. That you can do it tomorrow. I will be very happy to associate with you. You come at any time, guide me. I will introduce all latest technologies and also equipment. I wanted to complete record time phase 1. Phase 1 is 3 years. With innovative ideas, we'll build. Even international airport, everything I'm doing, the best city and futuristic city, another hundreds of years, that will be the city we have seen after independence. No city has built. Only Chandigarh, that is only city of administration, not for commercial, all these things. This is the where sports, you name everything will be there. That is how I am going to build. I will be very happy to associate. You come, we'll work it out.
So because you spoke about the youth and the demography, and also you spoke about investments and CSR, especially CSR, I'll request Shashwat Goenka to pose his question. He wanted.
Good evening, sir. It was truly heartening to see your blueprint for Andhra Pradesh. And so we've been invested in the state with our retail venture and now investing there with renewable as well. But sir, probably representing one of the younger members in the room here today, my question to you is, what is your vision for empowering the youth of Andhra Pradesh? Not just in terms of employment, but in terms of allowing them to become change makers, entrepreneurs and global citizens, say over the next decade?
That is where I am giving a call. 25 years back, I asked parents to give better education for the children. Continuously I used to motivate. Then they got into IT. Today I am very happy. All over the world our IT professionals are there. For that I will give one small example. Recently, everybody is aware, previous government arrested me. At that time, 53 days, all over the world, around 80 countries, all IT professionals have demonstrated continuously for 53 days, nearly 80 countries. That is the best example showcasing what I have given employment or how I empowered them. It is an amazing experiment. Now, I am thinking, always I am talking, don't be always job seeker, be job provider. You be an entrepreneur. It is possible, and also think globally, act globally. Distance is not the constraint. You can be in West Bengal or Andhra Pradesh or Kerala, start global companies. It is going to happen. Only vision, execution, leadership. That is important. That is where I am saying global leadership center. If you can prepare 4 or 5 or inspire 4 or 5 leaders, everybody will inspire. Multiplier effect it will go. Employment automatically it will be solved. That is my vision. I will make it. Another 10 years, we are going to see different India and also different Andhra Pradesh.
Your answers are sharper than the questions. An old friend of yours, who has worked with you you talked about mid-90s. He was on the CII team at that point in time, leading the area of infrastructure, which he still does. Vinayak.
Good evening, sir. I remember the mid-90s working with you and traveling all over Singapore, Malaysia, and I recall all that you said. So I had heard your vision then, and I'm hearing your vision now, always ahead of the curve. My compliments, sir.
Thank you.
The question I have for you is that while there are the top frontline states in this country are all falling over each other to attract investments. They're rolling out the red carpet in so many different ways. Viability gap fund, incentive, free land, free utilities, waiver of local taxes, all kinds of packages are being offered, and this is called today competitive federalism. In this milieu, where many states are offering all kinds of incentives and attractions for attracting industry, how do you think competitive federalism will play out specifically vis-a-vis your vision of being at the front line of attracting investments?
No, I am very happy your question. Recently some friends, I don't want to refer them, I don't want to expose them. They came and told me, sir, 20 years back, we used to go to different states, different leaders. Straight away they used to say, what CBN is doing, you do same thing for me. That was the demand at that time. Sir, now there are some changes in India. They are asking some specific areas for development. That is the change. At the same time, there are so many brands, only few brands will have value. That is, if you see China, they are having a problem. Some brands, global brands are there. It is always marketing. That is the brand we are having in Andhra Pradesh. That is where CBN is a brand. This is where I am requesting all of you. There is a proof of concept. So, you come and test. Credibility will come over a period of time, not overnight. That is where I stand better than others in competition. Being equal with all the other parameters, my performance will be much, much better. So I am requesting you, you tested me. I have done so many things at that time. I brought so many things for this great nation. Even telecommunication sector. Every day there is a scope for improvement. We will improve. Always apple is apple. That is how it is going to happen.
Honorable Chief Minister, I think this answer you have given could not have been better, and only you could have given this kind of answer.
No, what I am saying, in a competitive world, everybody will compete. There is no second thought. As you rightly mentioned, I started promoting PPP. Now we are promoting PPP with viability gap funding with 20 years or 15 years. Now we are going next step, viability also on the basis of, for example, there is a road, R&B roads. I wanted to go 50,000 kilometers PPP, depending on traffic. Basing on traffic enhancement or not meeting the requirements, I will pay money. If you get more money, you give me some share in that. That is the models we are creating continuously. Ultimately, sometimes this also I am telling you, sometimes it happen. Roads, we assumed 9% growth rate. Because of 9%, people have bidded more competitive price. Actually, India has grown 7%, 6.5%. Some of the companies have become non-performing. They have become sick. That is where government has to create a policy to handhold or rescue them. That is not the fault of entrepreneur. That is the fault of external factors. Sometimes government decisions, this is performance, this is where we have to do proper policies. That is where I am saying ultimately public policy is very important. That is where I am assuring you, compared to others, timely intervention will be there.
And Honorable Chief Minister, it is with that thought in mind about the point you made on performance, we know it from the past, that is what motivated me to actually say we are going to invest, because we have seen how you have transformed in the past and we are seeing the speed with which Andhra Pradesh is now transforming. And this has all been very encouraging to all of us. I think it's the last session of this summit, but the energy is no less than the first session, or maybe even more. And we could have continued for a much longer time, but we are thankful that you spent so much of time with us. And as Chandradeep said, we don't want to delay a very important event that has to happen at 6 o'clock. So on behalf of all of us, thank you very much. Please join me in thanking the Honorable Chief Minister.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for being here. May I now request President CII to hand over a token of appreciation to the Honorable Chief Minister. And for the grand finale, can we have a round of applause, thundering applause, please, from everybody? And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we close the Annual Business Summit 2025. Thank you for being with us. You've been a great audience. Thank you very much. We close the session with this. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You has been the dean of Cornell before this.